Well, this is Z101.9 FM. This is Roots and Routes, your tourism and hospitality show. Don't forget that theater is part of tourism. So Elom is actually the CEO of Meraki Arts Africa. She holds a BA in English and Theatre Arts from the University of Ghana and an MBA from Lancaster University, UK. After training in the performing arts, Elom has a stint in screen and stage productions. Well, bring us some history. You know, how many of you watched Sun City? Is it Sun City?
Yes, I think
Yeah. And she's done so much work. She's worked with creatives such as Ivan Kwashiga, George Kwe, Professor Owusu, Martin Owusu, and so on and so forth. Well, she also veered off a little bit into banking and worked with Intercontinental Bank, Access Bank, Fidelity Bank for a total of 17 years. And finally, she's back to the creative art space, and she is now the CEO of Meraki Arts Africa, one of the leading arts agencies in Ghana, and we are just super excited to have her on the show today. So, good afternoon, Elom, and welcome to the show. Welcome to Roots and Routes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Solomon. Roots and Routes. Thank you.
We are very excited to have you. I know that you're the CEO of Meraki Arts Africa and you're doing Zadokeli Theatre Festival. But let's start by talking about what's Meraki all about. You know, I know you guys are making so much noise. Everybody's talking about Meraki Arts. Who are you?
You know, you should be answering that question since you're also a partner. But thank you very much for having me on the show. So Meraki Arts Africa is a creative arts company. We are currently focusing on the performing arts, and so music, dance, drama, film, screen productions, etc. And we are a partnership between creative and business professionals. That's how we like to describe ourselves. We started business about 3 years ago, and for the first 3 years of our business, we've been primarily focusing on working in partnership with multinationals and other NGOs across the country to use theatre for change, to make social impact, change mindsets, impact communities, help communities to solve problems. So we go into the communities and we co-create the solutions with them. So they are not just observers or spectators, but they are part of the solution. And we believe that theatre and the performing arts really is a powerful tool for communication, powerful tool for social transformation. And so that's what we've been focused on for the last 3 years.
Right.
Yes.
And I noticed that, you know, like December GH is actually one of the government's flagship program. How did you find yourself into their calendar this year? Because going through it, I saw Zadokeli in there as well.
Yes. So we were, 2 years ago, we started a art and photography exhibition. It was for in 2022 and 2023. We had an art and photography exhibition under the same name, Zadokeli, at the Oyare Famo, in partnership with the Oyare Famo. And it was art and photography, but there was no performing arts. So this year, we thought, last year we didn't because we had a very busy schedule and we'll never do that again. But this year we realized that as a company that is primarily focused on the performing arts, we needed to add performing arts to the festival. And so we expanded it from just an art and photography exhibition to a whole creative arts festival. And so we started the planning, and then we saw a call for submission of events in December on the pages of the Ghana Tourism Authority, and we thought this is something that we would want the whole world to see. This is something that we would want to, take a bold step to bring to the next level. And so we decided to apply to get endorsement, and then we were selected. And
the event is actually endorsed.
The event is endorsed by the Ghana Tourism Authority, and it's an official December in GH and a Black Star Experience program.
Nice. And for those of you who don't know what Black Star Experience is all about, it's actually the government tourism flagship program, and everything we are doing is just giving people the Black Star experience. And so let's go into the program itself. Tell us more about Zadokeli. I mean, that's an Ewe word, I'm sure. So what's this whole? I know you just mentioned that you started somewhere off at the Oyare Famo Art, and has it grown or expanded beyond photography?
Yes, I mean.
And what's the festival even all about?
So initially, like I mentioned, it was an art and photography exhibition. So we called for artists and photographers to exhibit their works. That's what we did 2 years ago. We started 2 years ago. festival. But this year, we've taken on a new dimension to include other aspects of the art, creative and performing. So Zadokeli, you asked earlier on, sorry, I'm saying it wrong. I'm an error. I should do this properly. So Zadokeli means literally Zado, darkness, Kelly, dawn or light. Okay. So this is literally darkness into light. But the word itself together means eclipse. Okay. So it symbolizes the transition of darkness into night. And the festival is talking about different aspects of the creative art and how it can make an impact in society. And so we thought that the name should remain.
I have somebody tweeting at me, JJ. It says, "Oh, it's quite refreshing hearing Elom's voice on radio." Elom, sure someone is
Thank you very much. Yes. So Zadokeli is going to partner a lot of organizations. Okay. We are very privileged because our company is made up of senior creatives in the creative art space, including your good self, Nia Solomon, as well as many other accomplished creatives in Ghana are part of our partners to our business. So we reached out to those that we know. We believe that the creative art deserves a place at the table. We believe that the creative art deserves a place in economy, decision making, in impact, in GDP contribution.
Right.
And so rather than working in silos, everyone is trying to do their own thing, we thought, let's do something that brings everyone together. So this year we are partnering Village Minds Productions, Lododo Arts Foundation, Parables Animation Studios, Anansi Entertainment, the filmmakers, Farmhouse Productions. Did I speak about Vivi's Dance and Theatre? Vivi's Dance and Theatre Academy, Meraki Arts. We have Apio Call the Poets. We have Verbal Transformers. Hey. We are still in the process of trying to get an Asasi, so hopefully he will conclude that soon. And we are working with Rama Black. She does Adenko music, beautiful Pamwine music.
I like
we
Adenko.
also are partnering Simply Shocks, a visual artist. Everybody that we could lay our hands on who was ready to join us, we brought them together for a whole 7-day festival.
It's like a whole buffet, man.
It is a buffet. It's a buffet with starters and orders and dessert and everything you can think of, and soups and salads and all.
But let me ask, what makes December the perfect time for this event? I mean, you could have done this event in January or February, and so why specifically December?
So first of all, we think December is a great time because it's a time when Ghana has gotten to the point where the whole world is coming to Ghana. Everybody wants to see what Ghana has to offer. And what a better time than December to celebrate the diversity of Ghanaian creativity, the colorful, nature of Ghanaian creative works in the visual side and the performing side. So we thought that it would be a great time to do that. And then we chose earlier in December because from the 15th or from the 18th thereabout, every day there are like 10 events happening in town, so we thought earlier in December would also.
Well, if you're listening to us, this is Z101.9 FM, and you're listening to myself, Nia Solomon, and I have in the studios with me Elom Anang, CEO of Meraki Art Africa, the organizers of this year's Zadokeli Creative Art Festival. Now, let me also ask you about the exhibitions. I know you have so many things. Are there something for children as well? Can parents come with their kids and stuff like that? Okay,
for the performances, they are almost every night is available for children can come, but obviously the performances are beginning from 6 p.m. till about 10 p.m. So if you have younger children, then you would be able to bring them for the fairs during the day. But on Saturday, 13th December, we have a Children's Day, full day dedicated to children. We have storytelling and animation by Parables Animation Studios. We have visual arts and craft sessions with Simply Shocks. Right. And we have a big playground activity. So all the kids who don't want to just be confined to sit down in the workshop can run around. The younger kids especially, there'll be popcorn, ice cream, cotton candy. We will also have Tumantu or hopscotch as they are making us try. We'll have Tumantu on the, drawn on the floor at the center. We will have snakes and ladders, Ludo, Owari, board games, anything that would excite the children will be available. And there'll be so much food and drinks for the children.
So walk us through this. When is this event?
So the event is from the 8th to the 14th, coming Monday, 8th to 14th.
So let's take our time and talk about all the different things that people will see from the 8th. So for example, tell us what is happening on the 8th, what's happening on the 9th. And so this is like from Monday to Saturday, I think.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So on Monday is 8th of December. So on Monday, we have our final community float within the Legon, East Legon environs. And then from 12 noon to 6 p.m., we'll have a vendor and exhibitor set up. At 6:30...
When is the float happening? What time?
During the day. It's from about 8 to about midday.
So anybody at all can join the
float? Yes, you can join. If you'd like to join, we don't mind. Okay. And then we have the main event for Monday in the evening from 6:30 to 8:30. That's the official launch of Zadokeli, where we'll bring our media partners, our sponsors, our performing arts partners, give a debriefing of what the entire festival is about, and then share with the public so that they can know what days they can attend the event. And then on Tuesday, in fact, every day, I'll cut the parts short, every day from 10 a.m. till 10 p.m., the art and crafts markets will be open. Photography exhibitions, art, clothing, textiles, beads, anything that people want to buy, anything that represents Ghana will be sold there. And a lot of food. We have a lot of food vendors, grills and, finger foods, snacks, local drinks, juices, etc. So every day from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., that will be going on. But on Tuesday evening, Tuesday during the day, we have secondary schools, selected senior high schools within the enclave who have been invited for workshops. So we will have 4 workshops on Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll have a workshop.
And this is free for these?
Yes, the students are, in fact, it's sponsored. So sponsored by other partners that we reached out to. So we will have batik and tie and dye workshop on both days with Habarata, one of the best batik and tie and dye business persons in this country. We'll have an acting workshop with Ajete Anang. We'll have animation and stop motion workshop with Parables Animation Studios. And we'll have a creative entrepreneurship workshop. We believe that at the end of the day, when all the young people see all the opportunities in the creative arts, they need to figure out, what can I do with this? How can this become an occupation, a business for me? How can I make sense out of it rather than just doom scrolling and spending all the time on social media doing nothing? So the Creative Entrepreneurs Forum will be there to facilitate a workshop for the young people on Tuesday and Wednesday. Then in the evening on Tuesday, we have Vivi's Dance and Theatre Academy and Farmhouse Productions.
Oh, wow.
Putting our performances. So Vivi's will have a beautiful contemporary dance piece called Addiction. And Farmhouse will screen a film produced in 1992 by Ivan Kwashiga called Zadokeli.
Oh,
the film is named, so the film preempted this festival. So the film will be screened, and it's a story about the old and the new world, so transitioning from old to new, just like the theme of Zadokeli of the festival. And on Wednesday, so that's for Tuesday. On Wednesday, we will have a performance in the evening by Apioko. We'll have a spoken word performance by Apioko. We'll have Parables Animation Studios put in their film 28, The Crossroads, which tells the story about the struggle towards independence.
Nice.
And after that, we would have Lododo Arts Foundation doing a storytelling session called Stories of the Ancient Walls. That will be a beautiful...
So on Wednesday evening, you have like 3 main things happening that night.
Yes. So every evening, in fact, there'll be curtain raisers of spoken word performances every evening. And so Wednesday, we have Parables Animation Studios and Lododo Arts Foundation. Then on Thursday, we have Village Minds Productions staging Don't Wait for the Doctor, a lovely, hilarious play which is about chaotic government clinic, and that will be in the evening. And after that, we have also Anansi Entertainment. No, sorry. On Thursday after that, we have Noyam Dance Institute putting up a lovely contemporary art piece called Goli, which means moon in Dagbani. I hope I'm Dagbani or Dagari.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's up to Thursday. Friday and Saturday, Meraki Arts will have our signature contemporary African piece called Zadokeli, which will be the last 2 performances for the festival. And in addition to that, on Saturday, we'll be honoring some veterans in the performing arts space, those 60 plus, 70 plus, who have made a big impact on most of us. And that will be how the festival will go. Wow. Saturday, Children's Day. Sunday, Ghana Food Family Buffet. Please come in after church with
also
your family.
Part of the festival.
Yes, on Sunday. Yes, Sunday we
also
have a Ghana
at the
University of Ghana. So we'll set up a buffet at the
is it free?
Forecourt of the buffet is not free. You can walk in free.
So that if we have to close from church early, we can close and come and eat.
Close from church early, but when you come in, our food vendors will still be there, but we will have a buffet in partnership with Kitchen Pot, and then Barbecue Boss will be doing grills of every animal you can think about that is edible.
So
will
so
be grilled
so
there.
it means that
Amazing
for
grills.
the daytime, all these events are free. Like
Yes, for the
showing
daytime,
for
you
the
can walk in
thing
and take part or in any activity, anything that's happening during the day. But for the shows at night, you pay 100 cedis for one person to enter, and then 180 for a couple. And
I think that's fair.
yes, we believe so too, because we want you to have quality entertainment, quality experience in Ghanaian creativity. So 2 people will pay 180 cedis instead of 200. And then if you want to have a ticket for all the 5 nights of performances, you pay 415 instead of 500 cedis.
That's
for
fair.
all of the shows.
I mean, this show has a lot of listenership, and if you're listening to us from the continent of the world and you are actually coming to Ghana, put this on your calendar. From the 8th to the 14th, you need to attend the Zadukeli Creative Arts Festival happening at the University of Ghana Drama Studio. Every evening, there's a big performance happening. I mean, you've heard you are having a Pioko, you are having Vivi Dance Company, you are having Dr. Sarah doing Lododo, you're having Village Minds doing Don't Wait for the Doctor, among others who are all coming to the event. And so you have to put this on your calendar and make sure that you show up for the festival. But Elom, let me ask you, since you're a creative arts person yourself and you run a creative arts company, what do you think is the contribution of festivals like this to the economy of Ghana?
Okay, I think we are all anticipating at the time when the creative economy will get to the point where it is standing its ground and saying, look at us.
Yeah.
We are a big contributor to GDP. And so I think this is the time where everyone who is interested in promoting Ghana is interested in promoting the stories, the history, the culture, the monuments, the rivers, the lands, everything that is the legacy, the heritage of Ghana needs to recognize that we cannot be more American than the American. We cannot be more European than the Europeans. It doesn't matter where you live, wherever you came from, who you are and where you come from is paramount to whatever other place you find yourself. And so if we don't build our country, we don't build opportunities, we don't harness the creative heritage that we have and then use it to sell, because it's capital, it's currency, it's an opportunity for us to say, here we are, here's our story, this is authentically who Ghana is, and that can make a lot of revenue for the country.
I have a question here from Jojo. He says that when is the children's play thing again? You should go over it.
Okay.
The children's...
Okay, so the children's event. So Vivi's dance, if you want to watch Vivi's dance performance will be on Tuesday. Vivi's as well as Farmhouse Productions. And during the week, there will be all of the other performances in dance, in film, and drama. But the Children's Day is on Saturday, 13th, from 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. You pay 120 cedis for your children to get access to all the activities. They will have a stop motion and animation workshop with them. Parables Animation Studios. They will do art and crafts with Simply Shocks. They will have dancing competitions with prizes, and there will also be a free play area with all the activities to be done. And we will also give a free snack to your children.
So for someone like me who has like 2 and 3 year old kids,
bring your babies.
They can have a
yes, there's a
playground
lot here. So we're going to cater. We're partnering Kidsville. Kidsville is the biggest children's entertainment center. They have toys and games, etc. And we're partnering with Kidsville, so they will provide entertainment for the younger children, as well as anybody else who's interested. Face painting, popcorn, ice cream.
How were you able to put together, because this looks very elaborate and it sounds like a lot have gone into the planning of putting together this festival, and what's the thoughts process, and why did you even decide to elevate the event from just photography and exhibition? Now you're having different art forms all coming together into such a beautiful piece.
How did we do it? I think we have an amazing team. I always say that our team is very creative, very innovative, and I'm just privileged to be leading the team. So how did we do it? Number one, with inspiration from God, and the desire to see growth, to see progress. Why should we stop at, the smallest, the first step? We need to keep moving forward. So the desire to keep moving. And then especially we've had some amazing support, sponsors, partners. I mean, people that have helped us that we couldn't even believe, that we could get. there's somebody he just sent me a message. I don't know if I can mention.
mention.
No, I don't know. I don't think I want to.
Let's give the person a shout out.
I think that I've been blessed because there are people that I just reached out to spontaneously and they supported massively. But
you know why I'm saying I don't know this person, but you know why I'm saying this. We should give this person a shout out. I don't know if he or she is listening, but most people don't support the creative arts space. I mean, most people who work within this ecosystem will tell you that they struggle to put together an event. And even if they do, to get the support in terms of finances what you're doing, what you and your team is doing, is not just, I don't see it as profit making. I just see that you're just giving people the opportunity to come and exhibit their work, to show their work. These workshops that you're running for these schools for free and all of that. So for me, I think if there is anybody who is supporting any individual, we should give the person a shout out.
So let me start by, I'm asking permission, but let me start. Let me start by acknowledging our other sponsors that have been documented. So we want to say a big thank you to Access Bank Ghana Limited, to GT Bank Ghana Limited, to Coca-Cola. Thank you to Compu Ghana, to JK Industries, to Penny Naturals, to everybody who has supported. I can't. And then everyone that is partnering, all our partners in the performing arts, nobody's asking us for money. Everybody.
But you haven't said anything to us. For those of you who are listening, this is Ajete Anang's wife.
I will. So, I mean, I just say he's part of the team. So I'm not here mentioning names of my team members. You know, this is business. We are discussing the business partners. But yes, thank you to him and to everyone that is part of the business. I think that everyone has had a fair share of like wahala in the last few weeks. You know, it's been crazy going up and down. We don't sleep. I'm texting my teammates at midnight, at dawn, and we're trying to put together something that is world class. We don't want to do mediocre. We don't want to just do something that is substandard, and so we're putting a lot of effort, and we'd like Ghana to come and see. So
for example,
I would like to mention one of our key partners, Invictus Ghana Limited and Young and Vibe. I doff my heart for those people. The kind of creative work they've put into our setup, our design. When you get to the space and you see the kind of decor and design that we're going to do, I mean, those guys are just incredible. And I just want to say a very big thank you to Nana Aban and his team, Isaac. I mean, these guys are just phenomenal.
Big shout out to all of you, man. It's what Invictus
Ghana Limited.
Big
They're
shout
an
out to
event
you
organizer,
guys.
and then they do designing as well.
But so at the festival, people are expected to see a play. They are supposed to see poetry performances. They're supposed to see. Is there anything on fashion?
Not this year. Hopefully we'll do that.
But there's something on dance.
Yes, so there's
paintings and all of those things.
It's a variety night. Each night. So there isn't like a night that has maybe 2 dance performances. One night we'll have dance and a film. Another night we'll have storytelling and a film. Another night we'll have dance and drama. Every night has at least 2, in fact 3 major acts: poetry, dance, film, poetry, dance, drama, like that. Because it's a cocktail. It's
and
I
actually do like the screenings from Farmhouse. Because like taking us back to those days, and from what you're saying, the movies they're about to screen. I think the choice for the movies is great. Because today's generation, most of us don't know a lot of things that happened in the past. So come with your families to come and then see all these things. But let me ask, is the festival here to stay, or this is just going to be like a one-off big, massive event, God and then forbid. After that, we don't get to hear of you again?
God forbid. We just want our partners to know we are sticking with you for life. This is for life. We're going to do this every December. In fact, we want to start adding more activities to the calendar for the year. It's very intensive, the preparation period. The financing is also very demanding, but we are very confident that we have what it takes to keep moving forward. So every year, expect Zadukeli in December, and expect other things to come soon.
Well, I have a message from Lizzie. Lizzie is asking that, is there a place we can go and find all the list of activities that are happening every day so that we can plug ourselves in?
Okay, so please check out Meraki Arts Africa on social media, because we post links to all the events. We have flyers for all the different companies, the different partners, the performances. But I think very soon, hopefully by closer today or tomorrow, we'll bring out one video that tells the entire story from Monday to Sunday. So we have all the events lined up there. And then you can also go to GTDC GCDC has also hosted program on their site, so you can buy tickets online as well. And then we also have links in our bio. Check our Instagram accounts. We have a link in our bio to a partner.
What's your Instagram?
Called MojoPay. Our Instagram is Meraki Art Africa. Let me just confirm. Let me just mention it exactly.
So if you're listening to us, you're actually listening to Z101.9 FM, and this is Roots and Routes. And today our focus is on festivals, and we're basically looking at all the mini events that are happening in GH this December. But if you just tuned in, I actually mentioned that there's so much event happening this December that you should actually mark on your calendar. One of those big events is the Zado Kelly Creative Arts Festival. But also on December 13th, you should also be looking out for Experience Volta in Accra. Is a big event also happening at the Elwak Sports Stadium, that is celebrating the people of the Volta region. And then December 19th to 24th, there is the big, we all know about Christmas in Takrady, the masquerades and all of that. They'll parade the whole street. And then 27th to 29th, you have the Afrofuture event, one of the big events that also happens in Ghana every year. And so these are the big events. But today on the show, we have Elom, Anang, CEO of Meraki Arts Africa, and we are basically focusing on the Zado Kelly Theatre and Creative Art Festival. Why do I keep saying theatre?
Because theatre is in your blood.
Theatre is in my blood.
Theatre is in your blood.
Yes.
So Instagram, you asked, is Meraki Art Africa, one word.
Okay.
Or if you even separate it, you'll see it come up. It has Zado Kelly as its DP, so you'll find it. And there's a Ghana flag at the end of the name. Please follow us on social media. We have Meraki Art Africa on Instagram. We have it on YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, everywhere.
Everywhere.
On WhatsApp as well. You can find us on the WhatsApp, what do you call that thing? WhatsApp channel, on the WhatsApp channel, Meraki Art Africa. Yes.
Someone said I should ask Elom about how the convergence of arts, music, culture, and tourism and diaspora return during December creates opportunity for the people in the creative art space.
Wow, are we ready for this? This is, I think you should take this question, because this for me is like, this is where it's all about. This is what it's all about.
Right.
That, we're having people coming from the diaspora. People are connecting back to their
right.
roots. What are they coming to? Is it an imitation of the Western world that they are coming to? What are they looking to see when they come to Ghana? I'm so glad that we can now say Kente is ours, Adinkra symbols. What's happening, that what belongs to us, and what's our history, our heritage, and our story. And in all of the contemporary dance expressions, these are contemporary African dances. There's movements and expressions that can only be connected to the roots of who we are. So in the films, in the dances, in the drama, in the storytelling, authentic Ghana is displayed. And that for me is what the rest of the world is coming to Ghana to come and see. So absolutely, Ghana, selling Ghana is going to make Ghana money.
And of course, and for all those in the creative space, I mean, look at the vendors who are coming to the event and all these people have brought designs and different, even the culinary, all of that. I know that usually some tourists visit Ghana just to taste our food. They've heard that, Ghanaian jollof is nice. So they are coming to taste. So it's all part of it.
Yes. So for us, it's a one-stop shop to experience Ghana, creative Ghana, at one place. And
there's a question also for you. Ask your guest what challenges and opportunities they see in organizing festivals such as Zado Kelly. What are some of the challenges and opportunities you have seen? My listeners,
your listeners are very serious. They are very intellectual. We are very grateful. We love it because
they ask too much of academic questions.
I mean, there are a lot of challenges. I think one of the biggest challenges is funding.
Yeah.
Because you want to do something that will make a big impact. You want to do something that will portray the kind of image that would be impactful and significant, and it costs money. So that's one of the biggest challenges. And I think that it's one of the things that prevents dreamers from materializing or realizing their dreams. And so we're grateful for those who have supported us, because it's nice to tell a nice story. I worked in the banking industry for a very long time. A lot of times people come with amazing proposals, and one of the things we tell them is that it's speculative. It sounds really nice on paper, but how will it make money? And nobody knows. So it's one of the biggest hurdles. Also support. I mean, I think that there's so many agencies, government agencies, that have been very supportive, and people say that government is usually not supportive of things, but I think I've had a different experience so far. I hope I don't get disappointed, but I believe that getting support, getting partners, getting people who buy into the vision and are willing to put, their hands together, and then labor, the people to do the legwork, that also comes in as one of the big challenges, and I mean, amongst so many other things.
I mean, when you talk about support, I feel you on that, because as a creative art person and having been running a theater company for 10 years now, I can tell you for a fact that it's one of the big things. You can have a very big script, you can do a very big financial projections, you can take, I remember years ago, I went to, I don't want to mention their name on radio, I went and the guy said, oh, but this is the first time you're going to do a play in Ghana. Ghanaians, do they watch a play? I said, they do. He said, listen, do it, and then let's see how next year will go. So we went to the guy's office and gave him free tickets and everything. He came to the show. It was a sold-out show. He was shocked and said, next year, we'll do a billboard for you. The following year, we took a proposal. Oh, the economy. But we said,
So, I mean, with my experience, especially having worked in the corporate space, I was disappointed a lot of times because so many people came with lovely proposals, like I said, for film, for performances. And I can tell you very few financial institutions would give support to the creative industry. There's a whole research on it. Because let me say we from that angle, because we don't see the business structures that guarantee cash flow projections will materialize. That guarantee that you will get a payback for the investment that you put in. That guarantees. And it's one thing I really want to encourage creative businesses to be focused on. Don't just think about the aesthetics and the beautiful things that you are putting on stage and putting on screen, etc. You need to have a business structure that can be tested, and that can be proven to be solid. Are you paying your taxes? Are you aware of all the regulations and policies in the space that you are working in? What is your human capital, policy? What do you do? How do you recruit people? How do you engage the people you recruit? It cannot just be spontaneous. We focus too much on the creative talent and the gifts and the skills and the beautiful things that we put out there, and not on the business side of it. And no investor, no financier would look at your nice performances and say, hey, take this money and do it. You need to prove to them that you can work with the money, you can return the investment if it is a loan, and then you can give them value if they are investors. So those are the things that
I think that
make it difficult.
You're right, because there is a conversation I've had with School of Performing Arts for a very long time that we still discuss, and I keep telling them that you teach these students all these beautiful things, but teach them also the marketing, the things you're talking about, the business structure, because for creatives, we are all thinking about what beautiful production can I put on stage. So
who's coming to watch it? What are you getting out of it? How are you getting value out of it?
Exactly.
Your satisfaction and your emotional, that doesn't give you money. And if we can't think as business people, but then again, I think that it's also unfair, to expect that all creators will think as business people. That's why for me, Meraki Art Africa is a synergy. Because I can't expect the creative people to see what I see when I look at the business side. And somehow they can't expect me to see what they see when they look at the creative side. As much as I have training in performing arts in my first degree, I've had exposure. I've been on screen productions. I've been on stage productions myself, as an actor. I think that there's a very different world out there when you marry creativity and business. And that has to be looked at very, very very seriously. Because if not, creative people will always be complaining business is not supporting us. Business people will always saying, creative people, you're doing nice things, but we can't put our money on you. And that's
so there's one more. It says, asked whether they plan to collaborate with other international creative people for the coming years. For example, now you're more local partners. But are you looking at maybe next year getting a
performing arts company from Kenya or South Africa? Yes, a million yeses. Yes, we would definitely get to that point. We'll definitely, for us, we say we have local roots and global impact. We don't want to just be in Ghana. We want to take Ghana everywhere else. Let people come see what Ghana has to offer, not just by coming here, but also us taking it out to them. So yes, absolutely yes.
So this is part of this conversation is part of the many activities that are happening in December in Ghana. The Zado Kelly Creative Art Festival is taking place from the 8th to the 14th at the University of Ghana Drama Studio. They're transforming the whole place into an art piece. And so if you're listening to us and you're wondering, what can I do the coming days? Listen, from Monday to Sunday, there is something happening. And you just have to show up at the University of Ghana Drama Studio to be able to experience this. All the activities that are happening daytime is all free. So you don't need to pay anything. You don't need a ticket, nothing to show up for all the daytime events. For the evening events, the screenings, the dance performances, the theater performances and all, you just pay a token of 100 CDs single and
180 CDs double.
180.
And if you want
double.
to watch all 5 shows, you can get a ticket, all 5 tickets for 450 instead of 500.
And I can tell you that this is not profit making. It's just to
At
go
all.
and pay all the different artists and
At
individuals that are coming. I think that our time is almost up, but I can squeeze in one more question. Let me see if I have somebody tweeting at me or yes. So I have one more. It says, so this is a beautiful event, and this is coming from Ajo. It says, this is a beautiful event, and I'm looking forward to attending, and I like the fact that it is child friendly. So
thank you.
And the performances for the evening, are they also child friendly? Can parents come in the evening with their children to watch some of these performances?
Yes. If you have children, I'm most likely to be older children because the younger children may have a difficult time sitting. But if you have children, you can pass through. The only day I would say there's a performance, which is Friday. The Meraki will perform later in the evening, but the first show on Friday is a film, a beautiful multiple award-winning film called Last Stop by Kwabena Janza of Anansi Entertainment. There's maybe 1 or 2 scenes in there.
Is it the film with Clemento Suarez and Ajiti Anand?
Yes, featuring Clemento Suarez and Ajiti Anand. Amazing film.
When is that screening
That's
happening?
screening on Friday. You have to watch it if you've not seen Last Stop. But I would not recommend it for younger children below 15. I wouldn't recommend. Maybe even below 16. Yes, there's no adult theme. There's no explicit sexual theme. But there's a theme with a scene with someone wearing underwear. You know, I mean, not naked, but underwear. And I think that, the theme might be a little disturbing, and parents may not want their children to watch that. But that's all. It
reminds me of those days when we are watching TV
eyes,
and our parents
if you're okay for your children to, if you're okay for your children to come in and then you tell them, hey, already close your eyes, that scene will go off in just a couple of seconds. It's a beautiful story. It's a beautiful film, very well acted. I mean, by 2 of the best. In addition to that, film also featured Lydia Fawcett and so many other people that so it's a beautiful, beautiful film.
I mean, for those of you who haven't seen all these, there's a lot of movies that are going to be screened during the festival. So you should just make some time. You close from work, you're tired, you're feeling stressed, you're looking for a place just to sit. Listen, there's food and there's drink and there's kebab, everything. You need to show up. And my team here at ZFM, my producer Garrix, and then of course my technical support Emmanuel, would all show up. We'll show up.
Thank you.
And then I'll speak to Esinam, our boss, to see if she can send some reporters there as well to to do some reporting as well. And So your final thoughts and final words.
My final words. Thank you so much, Niai. I mean, I know you're not expecting this, but Niai has been tremendously supportive. I think that I've known you for so many years, and every time I call Nia, if he's not available, he'll reach out back to me. Any opportunity. I mean, he makes me feel more important than I am. I mean, he calls me boss, and I say, yeah, I'm not your boss. Yeah, Dr. Solomon, I'm just Elom, But he's been amazing. He's been supportive. He's been there, and I'm grateful for all the creatives that I work with. Maybe I can mention. I'll start with Nia Solomon, Fifi Coleman. Fifi Coleman is also a partner. Fifi Coleman Productions couldn't put a performance together, but next year they will be there live, but they are partners as well because they are giving us other forms of technical support. Thank you very much to Farmhouse Productions. Thank you to Vivi's Dance and Theatre Academy. You guys are amazing. It's been crazy, I know, but they've been able to pull up a show together. Thank you to Noya Mitete. You guys are just the bomb. Thank you to Anansi Entertainment. Last minute I called on you and you agreed to put something on stage. Thank you to Appeal Call. Thank you to Verbal Transformers. Thank you to Rama Black. Thank you to Simply Shocks. Thank you to who else? Barbecue Boys, to Kitchen 7 Pots from Spentex. They'll be doing the Ghana Food Barbecue on Sunday. thank you to Meraki. We have an amazing creative choreographer. Our director of choreography in Meraki is called Nanaya. That guy is just fire, and he is the one holding the creative team of Meraki together. And so thank you to you. Thank you to my management and administrative team, Francis, Hilda, Yoku, senior management, Mami Ama, Bernice, Edna, everyone that is involved in Meraki.
Right.
And last but not the least, thank you to my husband, flesh of my flesh and bone of my bone. Ajite Anang, thank you very much.
Oh, Ajite, they kept the last. The last is for the Bosu Iradon. And so to everybody listening to us from the continent of the world, this has been Root and Route on Z 101.9 FM. In the studios today, we've been discussing some of the activities that are happening in December in Ghana, which is one of the government's flagship programs. And for those who know, this program also supports everybody within the creative art space who is doing something noteworthy. Yeah. And our spotlight today has been on Meraki Art Africa, who are producing the Zado Kelly Creative Art Festival happening from the 8th to the 14th at the University of Ghana Drama Studio. So wherever you're listening to us from, if you're actually coming down into Ghana for this December, please, you do have a place to go to attend this wonderful event. And so I'll do live with you, same time, same place, next week, same time, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. on Root and Route. It's been wonderful having all of you, and do enjoy your afternoon, and see you soon. Bye-bye.
You're tuned in to Z 101.9 FM, your lifestyle, leisure, and business radio.